What is up, you guys? I'm back today with another little short episode. I'm kind of boring, but I'm just going to put this out there for the people who would like to know what's the best knot to use, I guess, in my opinion, and the knot I use most. I'm just going to show you two knots I use a lot of the times today, but there's many more I use, but these are the ones I use the most out of all the knots. So by far the knot I use most out of all of them, it's got to be the Palomar knot. I use that knot about 80% of the time I'm tying something. So it's a very simple knot, but it withholds a lot of weight, and in my belief it's probably the strongest knot there is for fishing knots. So I'm going to hurry up and show you guys how to tie it here. First you want to do, I'm just using this lock as an example. This would be the eye of the hook, or the where you tie on your line to the hook or whatever. What you're going to want to do is just want to run your line through it once, just like that, then run it back again, just like that. You see I got a loop over here and then just the two tag ends over here on this side. Once you get to this part, you're just going to want to tie a knot. Bring your loop end through like that. See, don't tighten your knot yet. What you want to do is you want to take this loop and wrap your whole hook around through the loop. Just like that. After you wrap that loop around the hook, you just want to pull both these. This would be going to your rod, one of these tag ends, and then you'd have your tag in or whatever, but you just want to pull both of those strings, wet it down, always wet your knots. Just pull that, and there, that's the Palomar knot. One of the simplest but most effective knots, I believe. So now I'm just going to show you guys one more knot that I use a lot. I've started using fluorocarbon a lot more. You know, I always used to just tie my braid straight to my hooks, but kind of become a believer in using that fluorocarbon. You just get a couple extra more bites, and that's big in a tournament. You know, getting those more bites in tournaments, you know, it could mean in the money or not. But like I said, I just started using fluorocarbon a lot more, and I seem to be getting couple more bites than usual. So this knot's called the double uni knot. Takes a little bit of practice to get good at, but it's not too hard. But I use this knot to tie my braid or main line to a fluorocarbon leader or whatever type of leader you're using. What you want to do is, that red line's going to be your main line or whatever, and that yellow line will be your leader. Just overlap them about a foot. What you want to do is going to make a loop with your main line just like that. Your tag end's going to be going back to the rod, to your main line. So what you want to do, you're going to want to take that tag end of your main line. You want to wrap it around both the fluorocarbon and your main line, going back away from your rod. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it. I go about 5 usually, but I'm just going to go 4 just to show you guys. Then you pull that tag end away from, like I said, your rod will be over here. So and your tag end's going to be coming away from your rod after you're done with this. You want to pull your tag end and your main line. This isn't working as good as with a regular line, but like I said, you just pull that tag end and your main line. Don't tighten it all the way, because you're going to want to slide this towards your other knot here in a little bit. But just pull it a little bit snug. And then you want to do the same thing with your fluorocarbon. Make a loop with your fluorocarbon. You're going to want to wrap that around about 5 times, like I said. And you pull your tag end and your main fluorocarbon. Then after you got that, you're going to want to wet both of these and in between them. Then after you do that, you pull all your tag ends, and then these will slide together just like that. Like I said, it's a little bit hard with this stuff I'm using to show you guys, but after you wet those knots and in between them, you just pull all those tag ends, and those will slide together just like that. You just cut your tag end of your fluoro and then your tag end of your main line or whatever, and then you should be good to go. Allows you to reel up your leader into your eyes instead of using like a barrel swivel or something. So you can use a really long leader if you want. So I really like that for finicky fish. So like I said, that's probably the 2 knots I use the most, but I use all the other knots too for tying up rigs and stuff. But like I said, that Palomar knot, I love using that knot because it's one of the strongest out there in my belief. That double uni knot, I just love that for finicky fish because you can use long leaders and you can reel it up in your eye guides and your rod. So, but that should do it. Sorry for the kind of boring video, but just put it out there for the people who want to know what the knots I use the most are. Plan on getting out here pretty soon on the water, on the hard water. I think I'm going to get out after some walleyes tomorrow. Hopefully we find some walleyes to film for you guys. But like I said, sorry about the boring video, but I plan on getting some good footage for you guys here soon. So thanks for watching, you guys.